Okay, this video we're going to actually review the project worksheet for the Photoshop static web ad project, which is due August 29th before 11:30 p.m. So if we go into week 1, we can scroll down and then find the project worksheet, click on that, and then I can read this to you. So due August 29th before 11:30 p.m. So, designing a effective web ad is a special skill. It's not about looking good. It needs to grab attention and influence behavior. So if the viewer does not click on the ad didn't really do its job. So you can use color, images, typography to create these static web advertisements in Photoshop. But the design and concept are really what's going to just drive the success of the ad. It needs to have a simple, clear message, and definitely a call to action. And a call to action is basically telling the audience what you want them to do. So it's supposed to provoke an immediate response, such as like call now, find out more, shop today, buy now, those kinds of things. It's almost like a directive. What's the purpose of the ad? To get them to buy a book, then buy now. Or learn more is often, used as a call to action. And if you need to know more about what a call to action is, I just look it up and read about it, and you'll get a better idea. Maybe look at some examples of call to actions, and that'll help you out a lot. And you can always ask me too. I mean, I can try and help you with it in class on Mondays, or you can email me or text me. So for this project, I want you to take the time to construct 3 static ads using Photoshop. So there's no movement. Static means that these are not animated. They're going to be the same in every way. They're just going to differ in size. So we're starting off kind of slow with web design. We're just going to learn how to design web ads first, static and animated in Photoshop, and then we're going to use do a really quick animated web ad using Bannerboo, just for a little bit of knowledge using an online animated web. But these are the static ones. So we have these 3 sizes here that I gave you. These are some of the best performing sizes out there on the web. Some sizes do better than others, partially because of just where they're placed on the website. So a mobile leaderboard would just be, on your phone at the top of a website, like one of those skinny ads that you find at the top. Those are very popular because a lot of people look at websites on their mobile phone, and they notice those ads first because they're kind of at the top of the web page, and they end up getting clicked on the most. So they're one of the more popular sizes. The large rectangles are also, they do well, and then the half page is also a good performing web ad size. So web ads are typically found, obviously, when you're on a website or you're searching the internet. You always kind of notice those ads. So please construct your web ads for a business or organization of your choosing. It should be somewhat generic, like a branding ad, much like the ad we designed together in the walkthrough video in week 1. It just needs basically kind of like some basic elements. No local businesses, please. They should be in full color RGB. You don't need high quality images for web ads. 72 dpi or higher will work well. Just make sure you're not getting any blurry images in your ad. So construct it with the following elements. Text, obviously, like headline. If you want to bring in subhead, limited body copy, you can do that. Definitely a headline. A subhead is helpful. Imagery, obviously, some sort of picture or illustration that relates to the purpose of the advertisement. It doesn't need to be some kind of random picture, though. Like, it needs to tie into the purpose of the ad and the company. So if you're doing one for Nike, you wouldn't just put like a random tree picture in the background. You need to, like put in an athlete running, or like, a shoe, like a product or something. I mean, we want these to be less product oriented and more just branding. So, I mean, it would have to be a little bit more generic than maybe a shoe, but Nike does, anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So a call to action, which is typically, a little bit of text put on a button. So, I mean, your call to action should probably be no more than like 3 or 4 words at the most. Hopefully like 2 or 3 is the best amount. a color scheme that matches the brand of your chosen company. So look at their website, look at what colors they're using, and use that in your ad. What kind of imagery are they using? What kind of, and then use that in your ad. You can even pull images off the website itself and use those in your ad. And then find the logo of your chosen company online. Just Google it, go to images, and then find a decent quality one. Maybe remove the background with removebackground.com. Pretty easy to do with removebackground.com. And you can just search on Google remove background, and then removebackground.com can come up, and you just upload your file that you downloaded from Google Images, and it'll automatically remove that white, especially if you found something with a solid background. It'll remove the background for you, save it out as a PNG file, and then you can use the PNG file with the transparent background in your web advertisements that you make. So definitely do 3 different sizes, the 320 by 50, the 336 by 280, and the 300 by 600. So I want you to name your files appropriately. Add in the word static in there along with the company name. Put the file size on the end of the file name. Obviously use the company name. So this is an example of proper naming conventions and file types and how many I want. So I have the 320 by 50 PSD and JPEG, the 336 by 280 PSD and JPEG file, and the 300 by 600 PSD and JPEG file, and I have it, clearly labeled with the company name, static, and then add. So these are the files I want you to submit. Pretty much you just need to change, the name of the company. And I did create a video, and it's in week 1 that kind of shows you how to go through and do a file save as and what kind of process you need to go through to resize your ads and save out your file types for each ad. So watch that video. Submit a JPEG. So you do like a file, I don't know if it's actually a file export. It might be a file, yeah, export as, and then you can get your JPEG file that way. And this is just the process, So I want a JPEG PSD of all your different sizes, 6 files total, 3 PSD files, 3 JPEGs of different sizes. Remember to export your JPEGs at 72 in RGB color mode. I will be checking that, so just make sure when you do that correctly. And upload that into Brightspace for grade. And I kind of wrote down the process of doing this, so you can go through that yourself, but definitely submit the files by Sunday, August 29th before 11:30 p.m. And then we will end up critiquing these in Brightspace, maybe in the discussions area. Maybe not all of them, but maybe I'll pick a couple and then put them in there, and then you guys can kind of discuss. Or we could do it in class too on Monday. So anyway, we'll figure it out as we go to some degree, because this is the first time I'm teaching this online. So I've taught it twice before, but not online. So it's a little bit different format. But I look forward to meeting you guys and hope to see you soon.